Miss Hart. This is Mary, the registered dietitian, back in the kitchen with you guys. I thought today we'd try a recipe for a homemade granola. So it's pretty simple, but it does take a little bit of time. So it might be something that you put in the oven and then do a few chores and then come back to it. But once you're done, it's delicious. So I hope you like it. So the first step that you do is you take oats. It looks, we do like 4.5 cups, and you bake it in the oven at a very low temperature. The recipe I'll attach as well. But it's like 275 for about 45 minutes. And that gets the oats, you can kind of see they're a little bit more brown than usual. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna add a mixture of nuts. The ones that I did today are cashews, sunflower seeds, some pepitas, like the pumpkin seeds, and also a little bit of coconut. I like the almonds that are already sliced, and then you can add in some walnuts as well, and those are very anti-inflammatory, so really good for cancer prevention. And you're gonna add those in as well. So you're just gonna kind of flatten them out a little bit because we're gonna roast these nuts with the oats. And then we're gonna put those back in the oven. And then once we do that, we're gonna cook those for another 30 minutes, and those will get the nuts. Roasted nuts have a much more robust flavor, and so anytime that you have nuts in a recipe, it's good to just, you can use them in a nonstick pan and roast them, or you can roast them in the oven, but the flavors really pop at that point. So once that's done, then we have a pan here of melted olive oil and a little bit of honey. I used half of what the recipe calls for, 1/4 cup instead of 1/2 cup. And then you can add that on at the very end, and you'll cook for a few more minutes. But basically you're gonna roast everything and then add this liquid, and that'll kind of bring it together to stick it all together. I made a double recipe, so there are a lot of nuts here, so it might be good for a Moose Heart larger group for breakfast on yogurt. Or you can have it as a snack as well, because it's very high in protein with all of those nuts and very low in sugar. You can also make it into little gifts, so if that's something you want to do at Christmas time, that would be fun too.